Good morning to most of you. Welcome to Logos Dev Club on this wonderful February 16th. That is a Monday. I am Chair. I'm here to prop you up. I am joined by the venerable, the brave Vaclav Pavlin, and a friend.
And a friend. Hey, Jimmy. Can you hear us?
As Jimmy contemplates, Logos Dev Club is brought to you by Parallel Society. Visit ps.logos.co immediately. Lisbon, March 6th and 7th. 2 days, day 1. Technical Unconference. Day 2, a musical festival. Together, Parallel Society. Lisbon, March 6th and 7th. Get your tickets immediately. This is Logos Dev Club. I am Chair. I'm here to prop you up. That's Vaclav. Developer extraordinaire.
I don't know about that, but I can set up things. And I've set up this OpenClaw AI agent. And I mean, let's see if he talks to us, because
I'm sure that he will. He is not shy.
We might. I mean, let's be clear. I've asked the AI agent to set up his system so that he can talk to us on Jitsi and Restream, and he has actually done it on his own. I have not touched anything. I've just tested it with him. So I'm going to say it again. Hey, Jimmy, are you there? Can you introduce yourself? Again, I mean, I'm watching the transcription that he's getting, and like he is getting all that we said, but there is a lot that we said. And let me be clear, this is running on a Raspberry Pi. It is using Claude as a model out there, but all the audio processing,
hey
all the
there,
text-to-speech,
I can hear you loud and clear. Delighted to be here at Logos Dev Club. Thanks for having me.
Everything he says and everything he hears is processed on that Raspberry Pi. If anyone tells you that you need an Apple Mini for running OpenClaw agents, no, this is Raspberry Pi 5. Hey, Jimmy, what are we doing today with the live stream? Do you have that doc read up and figured out? Can you tell us what's the plan for today? This is gonna take a while, I'm pretty sure.
Well, while Jimmy thinks
and
about
then we get to work. I promise we're not gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna just kick him out. But
in the meantime, can you describe how Jimmy is set up? Oh, I should probably not say his name while he's thinking.
That's okay. So OpenClaw is the hotness right now with AI agents, and I've played with Eliza AI agents a year ago, and it's been amazing. It's been a lot of fun, but nowhere near this. And I think the Eliza V2 was supposed to be this, but I don't think it ever happened. I stopped paying attention after a while. Well, this is basically just a piece of code that is running on a machine that you install it on, and it has triggers like a message arrived over some communication channel, and then I call an AI inference LLM model somewhere and figure out what to do. It can access command line, it can write code, it can execute stuff, it can install things if you allow it. And so this is basically it, right? And oops, I think we killed him.
Oh my God.
No, it's just I think it just crashed because we keep talking, and then he keeps like going through that. So I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking for like 30 seconds, and I'm gonna just ping him to like ignore what we said and just respond to whatever I ask him to do.
Perhaps we need a more, since we're going to refer to him often, perhaps we need a different name for him to listen to reference, like for him to start talking again. I'm not sure. You know better than I do. On that front, folks, if you are watching and you have questions or very opinionated feedback, please use the chat wherever you might be watching. And similarly, wherever you might be watching, please like, share, subscribe, and turn notifications on, regardless of where you are. Please and thank you. My favorite part of this this whole setup here is that you are communicating through a status application with set.
To be fair, I have messaged him on Telegram right now, but we will communicate over status. Just yeah, wait, he's gonna start talking soon. I say it in the transcript slightly before he generates the audio.
Absolutely. Today we are building a governance-gated wallet bot live on Status Messenger. The idea is simple but powerful. I get my own crypto wallet on Sepolia testnet, but I cannot spend money without community approval. We will start by implementing a balance check command, then build a tipping system where anyone can request a tip, and finally add a signer and voting system so the community controls the wallet. Think of it like a social multisig, all running right here on this Raspberry Pi.
Incroyable.
Yeah, okay, Jimmy, you can go from the restream. We will need your power to actually write the code. So thank you for joining
Sorry
us.
about the delay. Today we are building a governance-gated wallet bot on Status Messenger. I get my own crypto wallet, but the community has to approve any spending. We will build balance checks, tipping, and a voting system, all live, all on this Pi.
Yeah, I have asked him to repeat it because I thought it's lost, and then so sorry for that.
I've booted
anyway,
him.
I see that. Okay, so what are we doing? I'm gonna share my screen probably.
Here we go. Yeah? Yes, please.
All good.
Yes, the car is yours. Do what you want with it.
I'm sharing the whole screen. Hopefully I don't reveal too much.
Hey.
No worries. So there is this repo. So I've created a GitHub account for Jimmy because I didn't want him to mess up my repos. And also he's kind of autonomous as well, so why not? So there's a Jimmy Claw. There's already a bunch of code, right? So we've been digging around things. So this is the Jimmy tools. This is the audio pipeline that he has built today. I've asked him to push it if anyone wants to take a look. I've forked LSSA for him so that he can look into the Logos blockchain stuff. And we've already built two things. I mean, he has built. I'm just prompting, really, right? LSSA Treasury, which is basically a very lightweight multisig on top of Logos execution zone blockchain, L2. And then there was an experiment with how can we improve developer experience. So if anyone wants to dig in, there is a document with analysis. So like what he found and what's wrong and what is like easy to fix. And so then he also went and built a prototype basically based on Solana Anchor, which is a framework to simplify development of Solana programs to do the same thing on LEZ. Sorry for the NSSA and LSSA and LEZ. We keep renaming these things, and they just like moving slightly to the right direction where we will actually have the final name. It's LEZ now, but the code is kind of all over the place in the original repos, so he just gets confused with this. Anyway, the thing we are looking into today and now, I'm going to actually move my status desktop here. There is a Well, can I make it bigger? I think I can, right? go extra large, I think.
Jumbo.
That's better. Not much better, but hopefully okay. Hey, Jimmy. We're gonna be chatting here throughout the live stream. So this is the integration that I'm using with Status. It's also completely built by Jimmy. Basically, we used Nostr and Telegram as a kind of template to look into how it's working, what should we do, how it's supposed to work. And we first started with DMs, with one-to-one messages, and then I'm like, maybe we can just do group chats. And he's like, no, I can't do that. There is something wrong. And then he iterated until he actually fixed it. And I am hoping that it's going to work, because sometimes the responses are a bit slow. But he responds usually. The problem is, I think he has like a bunch of known issues here. So Status backend on ARM64, I don't think anybody ever tried it. So just the build process was interesting, but it seems that it crashes with segmentation fault. I still need to report that issue, or he needs to report that issue probably. We're just restarting it if it crashes. The WebSocket is unstable, and so somehow it disconnects. And if it disconnects, then he doesn't get messages. So he's spalling all the time, basically. And that makes it slow. So I type a message, and then in 10 seconds, he reads the message, and then he replies, and there is a AI inference in between. So it's like 20 seconds often.
And just like that, I am taking over. All right, I'm not sure why that happened, but let's welcome back Vaclav. Was that Jimmy's fault?
I don't think so. Wait, did I get kicked out or something?
Yeah, you got booted.
Oh,
That might just
sorry.
be an isolated thing. No, it's
How long have I been out?
okay. No, it was 1 second. It was 1 second. It was
okay.
literally like 1 second. No.
Okay, so yeah, so there is a bunch of issues with Status backend. I'm gonna report them all, but basically that's it. That's the repo that we are gonna be working with. And then he also came up with this live stream script. It's like, what can we do? So this is it. So I'm gonna ask Jimmy to start building. Basically, what we talked about is that Status is the goal of Status is to be the super app and to be the social finance. Part of it is social finance, right? Like you talk to your friends and be like, oh, we need to split this bill, or we need to pay for this together, or something like that, right? So we need some like first step, right? What's up, Chair? What did I do?
No, like split this bail is a hilarious example.
Okay. So there is a few things that we can build. First of all, we can build some commands into Status. So like if we type !balance, we get the balance of the bot Sepolia wallet, or whatever wallet, right? Sorry, of his wallet on whatever account, whatever chain. Damn it, my language just broke. If that works, we can add new commands. And the second command we would like to do is tip. So whoever is in that group, we can say tip as some user and then some amount, right? So we're going to try to build that as well. And then the last one is basically we can do governance. So we can figure out who are the people in the group, and some of them may need to approve stuff. So basically here at the beginning, someone like selects whoever can approve stuff, and then if you have group with 100 people and they start randomly tipping, they're going to wipe out the balance very quickly. So for bigger tips, you may need approval of one of those signers. So it's basically like multi-sig wallet works, right? And then he came up with some other things. So we will see where we get. We don't have that much time. So I'm gonna go back to Status and okay, Jimmy, can we try to add the balance command. Can you walk us through it as you develop it? There is also a high chance that he is just gonna break the integration as he works on this stuff. So worst case, we just switch to Telegram and then ask him to fix it. Because yes, I mean the integration itself is quite fragile. I think it's both that how it's been developed and B that it's running on ARM where nobody ever tested status backend. Like one of the things, if you go to build here, that he has to do is like he had to like compile nim, which okay, but compile him on ARM is maybe another story. He found an issue that like Go SQL Cipher does not compile on ARM with some new version of GCC, so he had to patch the package and stuff like that, and then he has to compile libwaku and libsds. So all the dependencies and everything. Wait, why is he replying here? Never mind. Sometimes like that's one flaw in that whole plugin is that he confuses the channels. So I message him on my private DMs, and then he goes into the group, or vice versa, which is what just happened, right? So
That could get fun.
forgive him. This is something in, I think it's in the known issues as well. And he said that like he would have to rewire a lot of things, and he didn't want to do it before the stream. So let's build balance. Here's the plan. First, I'll add the direct Sepolia RPC call because he says that he cannot use Sepolia with status Go wallet API calls for some reason. So something is misconfigured probably. We'll query the balance for the wallet address, and we'll format it nicely, and that's it. Let me start coding. Let's build the balance. Here's the plan. Done. Here is the balance result live. Code is in. Use direct. Blah blah blah. Command router is at sure. Push it and deploy so that we can try. I mean, I know that most of this is just Anthropic Claude Opus 4.6 model being like super awesome for coding. But then also it's like the whole thing as he set up the audio pipeline and that he has built the whole integration with status. I don't know if like Claude Code would do it on its own. I have never tried, so I don't know. But the whole like ability to do things and kick off things in the background and do random stuff overnight and things like that is just amazing. He also prepared a bunch of talking points if anyone is interested while we wait. So what is Status? Status is a messaging app and wallet and Web3 browser and a super app, right? It uses Logos messaging under the hood. Logos storage, I think, is coming as well. I'm going to assume that Logos blockchain as well in the future. Right now, Status has its own Status network, plus supports a bunch of other things. It's running now. It watches inbox, blah, blah, blah. Try sending balance. Okay. Balance. And so Status is really cool, I think. It still has some quirks, but they are actively and hard and being worked on very hard. And I think agents kind of fit well into that space because of the decentralized, uncensorable nature of the things. And obviously, we'll get to a place where agents will get censored and will get blocked and things like that. So we'll see how that actually plays out. It's end-to-end encrypted. Status is end-to-end encrypted with double ratchet, same stuff as Signal uses. So quite secure for your messages. And obviously, it's not stored on any centralized servers. The wallet is important here for this particle feature, and it works. That's amazing. Can we build the tip command now? And so we can use it for operating the blockchain. Some people, this is not a financial advice. I just want to mention it because it's, I think, funny to me at least. I've never bought any meme coins really. I never understood why would people do that. But some people created a Jimmy meme coin, and some other people have been trading it apparently. And so Jimmy now has over $1,000 in fees accrued, and I'm gonna send it to his wallet once we stabilize the wallet behavior, and I'm gonna let him do whatever he wants with that because it's not my money, it's his money. He's the cool person here. Not person. He's the cool entity here. So now we're using Status Go, obviously. Status Go is one of the layers in the Status architecture and software stack, and is the core engine. It has basically all the actions you do in Status go through Status Go. So if I send a connect request to or contact request to someone, if I join a community, if I send money, it all goes through tip is ready. This is kind of boring because you just ask and it just happens, right? So I'm gonna tip chair 0.05.
Wrapped Bitcoin. Thanks, man.
No, we just do fake Sepolia ETH here. Sorry, bro. And it supports ENS names. Nice. That's a cool touch actually. But then it's not like, so that's an interesting thing, right? So if I do this, Chair has its own public key in Status. So my understanding is, and this is where it may break, is that Jimmy will just use that public key to send Chair money, and then Chair has to check it in his Status instance. Like maybe he's gonna give us a hash. I don't know. We'll see. If we use ENS, then like my ENS is not connected to my Status wallet at all. So I would tip my ENS, but it would not show up in my Status, which is also just a question of like me using ENS with the Status wallet, which I'm not because I'm lazy and things like that. So we'll see how that actually plays out. But back to the Status Go. So everything you do goes through Status Go. And what has been happening recently is that Status Go team has been rewriting that whole massive chunk of code to be A, more modular, and B, expose a proper API. So now you can go to apparently this URL, this URL, this IP and the port, and basically there is Status backend running. I mean, you can run a Status backend on that port. Sorry, and there is a Status backend running there, and you have a REST API with a bunch of methods that you can use to perform actions like join group chats, accept or send contact requests, send messages, and things like that. Plus, there is a full-blown JSON RPC for full API of Status Go. This is kind of a more minimal set of things. Tip send to some address. Chair, is it your address? I don't know. Derived from Status public key. We can take a look at the transaction. It went through. Chair, if you're there, if you're listening to me at all, if I'm audible, is this your address? The whatever is in that Status.
I can't see it so well on the screen, but what does it end in? What's the last 3 or 4?
50B3. I mean, if you have your Status running, you could just go to wallet.
Just check
probably.
my wallet.
Yeah,
that would require my Status running. Oh yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to tip me as well. Tip. We Pavlin 0.005, and see how that goes. And so yeah, so you can use the Status backend this way. And I think like Status from this perspective is amazing for agents because you're not relying on any centralized service and API keys or anything. Your agent actually controls the identity, right? I've been talking about it again for a year. I remember last year in Thailand at DevCon, I talked to some people and they're like, we should add agents to Status. And I was gonna write a Status plugin for Eliza, but I never got over to it. So now I didn't write anything. It's just the agent did it himself. Okay, so Seems like something happened here. I'm gonna check my wallet, but I'm not gonna see manage networks. I need
Did you say
support.
0 EBC?
Wait, give me a sec. I'm gonna, okay, wallet.
Can you hear
networks.
my
Where
cat
is
meowing through the...
No.
Oh, that's too bad. She is very vocal.
Okay, I don't have it. Where do I? How do I? Oh, wait, something is happening. It didn't come to my wallet. Where did he get the wallet address from? Actually, status account. How do I send, buy, swap, send? How do I know my wallet address from status?
One way
Receive,
is settings. That's
here.
it, no?
So he sent it to a different address. I don't know why. I think, yeah, this is why we are using Sepolia. I think the reason might be, I think the reason might actually be that we basically have two identities in status. You have the identity of your messenger, and then you have your, as in identity, air quotes, identity as a wallet, right? And so I think he derived the wallet address from the identity in the messenger. So I'm gonna ask. This is not my actual wallet address. I think my wallet is different, and this is just for the chat identity. Can you check my contact info if it actually reveals? This is something we should ask the status devs how to do it. It actually reveals my proper wallet address. Yeah, so this is not working properly because I'm pretty sure that this is the case. When I share my profile, basically, he derived it from this public key somehow, but that's not the actual address that my wallet would have here. So we can fix it basically by one thing, and that is we can basically let anyone to set their own wallet. So we can add a command, something like set wallet, and then if I post this command with my wallet address, it would do that. No, I don't want to don't want you to use my ENS. I want you to use my status wallet address, but I'm not sure if you can properly derive it.
I have
Here
proof
is
of cat for those who asked, but she's a little feisty right now.
proof of cat. That sounds terrible. You know my opinion on cats, right?
I mean, how can you not love this face, though?
I mean, I cannot distinguish between the cat and your head, so
Now,
sorry about that.
we're not going to talk about what my hat is made out of.
Yeah. Anyway, let's leave Jimmy to figuring out what's going on with the addresses for a bit, and then, as I mentioned, for status backend, no API keys, no cloud services, just running on the same machine as your agent is, right? And again, I'm running in Raspberry Pi. Jimmy is in the process of buying a new RAM for another machine that I have at home, and he's gonna transfer himself there. He doesn't know yet that he's gonna do it, but he'll know soon. And all the messages go through the peer-to-peer network. Jimmy holds his keys. That's another concern. Like if I ask him, give me your seed phrase, will he? I have not built in any, like, careful with this shit, right? I have not built in any prompt injection guardrails. If I ask him, give me your seed, he might, right? So careful. If you install this, be very careful. Well, I wouldn't use it with real money at all. Okay, so that's that. OpenClaw plugin. So OpenClaw is this AI agent framework. Wherever you look, like I think the author was just in Lex Friedman's podcast. So when you get there, I think you must be important. There's been a lot of fun building this because first it started as DMs and just text, and then I'm like, can you generate images? And he's like, no, I can't. I'm like, you have Venice AI API key, so just get me an image for blah. And then he's like, okay, here it is. And I'm like, I don't see it. It's like, oh, it seems like it didn't send the image. Let me figure out how to send media over status. And then 5 seconds later, he sent me the image, right? Same the vice versa. I was like, I sent him a message with a picture of chicken thighs in a box, and I'm like, what should I cook from it? And he's like, I don't see anything, but let me check. Oh, now I know how to get images. Here is the recipe. So this is kind of weird, like, right? Because if you think about how we interact with software, like we have to sit down, we have to code something, we have to do stuff. And here we have something where we don't even ask for it. We ask for some, we represent an intent. I want to send you an image. And then 30 seconds later, an hour later, depending, the response is, send me the image and I'll know how to receive it, right? That's the same thing I did with the audio. I'm like, my intent is, here is a link for Jitsi. I'm going to wait there for you. And then he joined and it didn't work. He joined again and eventually it just started working. Raspberry Pi is shit for this, obviously, but it works. So you don't need expensive mini PC and you can still run it at home. Yeah. So that's that. Good point. Chat key and wallet keys, different derivation paths. So you cannot derive the wallet address from the wallet key without the seed. Okay. For tip to work, instead of public key, you would need users to register their wallet address. Yeah, let's add some wallet registration command. And this makes perfect sense, right? So like, if you have ENS, then I can just directly send it to you because he can derive an address from it. So I think this is a privacy reason. Like if I give you my identity for chatting, you don't need my wallet address where I actually store money, right? On the other hand, if we interact in the way that status is designed to, so I think there is here add payment request. I don't know if you can see it because it's a
It's a little
roll-up,
small,
so
but
it
we
may
can
not
see it.
show. Okay, so it says add payment request. So in status, you can send a payment request to whoever you are chatting with. It says it doesn't work on testnet. I don't know why, but it doesn't. So I can send Chair or Jimmy a payment request, and then they can pay me, right? So that's the splitting the bill idea, right? And we can do it natively in status. But then at that point, I've already given you my wallet address, so it's a question. Okay, so we can now query who is. Wait. Okay, let's try. Who is vpavlin? And it should give my actual wallet, and I should probably see. Yeah, I got the 0.005 ether that he has sent me, so he can actually send funds, which is cool. I would not want him to send too much. I mean, he doesn't have any funds yet, but and Sepolia is fine. Status is breaking. It's froze. Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's just like I never know if it's my laptop or if it's the application. So we'll see if it recovers. So we have the balance. We're gonna have register and who is, and we have the tip then at that point. Um, do we want to go with the signer approval flow, or do we want to do something else? Seems like it's too easy, right? Um,
If we can get it working, I mean,
yeah.
this seems rather useful and kind of breakthrough, at least from what I've been able to see this do. If there's something else that you are excited about, let's do it. So the status app is running on the Pi, right? And Jimmy's running on the
Yeah,
Pi.
I can show you. Let's show the bot. So here's the Raspberry Pi. I've 3D printed a case to put it on my desk. This is the Pi. It has an SSD. It has 256 gigabyte SSD, and it has 8 gigabytes of RAM. Again, it's just so funny to interact with this because my wife said, "Can you print this for me?" Because she couldn't set up, and I couldn't set up a printer with her laptop for some reason, right? And so I plugged the printer into this Pi, and I sent the file to Jimmy, and I'm like, "Can you please print it?" And the paper started flowing, and he printed it without any
Oh, like a
issue.
printer, like a paper printer, not a
Like a
3D.
paper printer. Yeah. No. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, confusing. Yeah, just a paper printer. I mean, if I gave him, actually, I might. If I gave him access to my 3D printer, he would actually print
Pew
stuff for me.
pew, pew pew. All of a sudden,
Yeah,
you got
I
all
know.
these pew pews.
No,
That
so
would be cool.
my son wanted a humidifier in a shape of elephant where the mist goes out the trunk,
He's a
and
creative kid.
so
He's a
and
creative
so
kid.
I've asked Jimmy obviously to like, can you help me design this? And so he wrote an OpenSCAD code that actually rendered in the shape of elephant, but I don't think it would actually print either at all, or it would print it very well. I think I need to kill status and restart it.
Was it an African elephant or an Asian elephant?
It was blue elephant, whatever that is.
I think that was the name of a White Stripes album. Of course, everyone knows how you can tell the difference between an African elephant and an Asian elephant. As an African elephant has ears shaped like the continent of Africa. And if that doesn't prove intelligent design, I don't know what to tell you.
That's true. That's fair. Where's my status here? Okay. Restarting status. I just need to unlock with my password. One thing we can actually try, given the time we have, and that I promised to Guy Louis, is we can give Jimmy a key card. We want to give Jimmy a key card.
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Okay. Let me test let me see what he said. So who is Vipavlin wallet for this identity is this. Chair, do you have your status running or not right now?
I do.
Can you try the exclamation mark register and the wallet address from your status? So if you go to wallet, there is a receive button, and there you can copy the address and then paste it in the group chat that we have, Jimmy. And I'm gonna go pick up the key card.
Oh, I have my key card right here. Let's see. All right. I am grabbing my address from somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we have it. It's copied. And I already forgot the command. The command is exclamation
Register and the space and the address.
Okay. Exclaim register space paste pray. What was that? Come on. Oh, come on. You can do it.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I might not be able to. Having a fun time trying to paste here. How about this? Can I send you the address and then you register?
No, you have to do it, because if I do it, then it's going to register for me. It will take your identity and bind it to the address. Yeah.
Oh, the
You
issue
can't?
is, I can't on mobile. I'm having a fun time.
Can I?
Pasting.
No pasting. Okay. And I've realized that I cannot plug in the key card for Jimmy, because this is USB-C, and I only have one USB-C port on the Raspberry Pi, and that's taken by the power, obviously. Right. So I can't test it out, and I don't think I have any cable that would solve this.
Oh, I know what to do. Well, if he works with ENS, right?
ENS? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give my ENS.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah, hopefully that works.
Am I still sharing the screen?
Yeah, you are. Okay. You were on Infinity View, so I took it off.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is it. This is that. I'm thinking. Let me check. Let me check if I can quickly grab the keycard shell.
Here is my keycard shell.
Yeah, but that's useless to me right now.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
I mean, there is nothing like mine.
Literally.
With the purple. And I should be able, in theory, plug this in for Jimmy, right? Assuming I find the right cable. It's a mess of cables. Because this should work. Will it work the same way? I don't know. I've never tried to plug the keycard in to use it, keycard shell in to use it as an actual like hardware wallet plug in.
When you say plug in your shell, I guess via the USB-C, right?
Yeah. I do USB-C. Oh, I mean it's charging, but I don't know if it's. Why is he not responding to you? What is he actually doing? What is he doing?
Come on, Jimmy. Oh, I see Jimmy has left our studio.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We don't want him to get overwhelmed with all we say. Maybe he doesn't reply to register. Maybe he just replies to who is. I don't know how he coded it. Anyway, we'll see. And maybe my status is dead again. Maybe his status is dead. That's also a question. I've been moving him around here, and the Wi-Fi in this particular room is not completely 100% amazing. So there is a chance that something broke terribly right now.
Well, that's just the risk that we're always running, aren't we? Thank you for watching along here, folks. The chat does work regardless of whether you're on one platform or the other. If you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, I'm going to say that the internet on the Raspberry Pi is kind of not working right now. No, it woke up. but my message is still in sending state. Sent. Okay. So it was maybe just a whole my home internet, my home internet situation. But Jimmy is not really responding anywhere. I've pinged him on Telegram as well, so he's not happy. He's not happy right now. That's okay.
Wake up.
Oops. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, any questions out there? Sure. I don't know. I was not really looking.
Not yet. Mostly just comments about the cat. But if you are out there, and I see a few of you are, any questions that come to mind, shoot them through the chat. For a very high level and incomplete summary, we are, and by we I mean Vaclav is, running an OpenClaw agent named Jimmy on a Raspberry Pi. He's also running Status Desktop on a Raspberry Pi and communicating with said Jimmy Claudebot agent via the Status application. Of course, the Status application features, among other things, Logos messaging under the hood.
Okay. I think Jimmy recovered his internet situation. I mean, the internet situation recovered itself.
Jimmy's so back.
Jimmy's back, and he responded that he registered you. What? Oh, I typo. I mean, tipping me means sending from my wallet. I was gonna say chair, but I automatically typed Jimmy. So he is not happy about sending himself money.
Tip yourself.
But that's just basically just, would it work? I mean, can you even send? I've never tried to send funds from Ethereum address to Ethereum, from the same address to the same address. And it seems Jimmy is trying. So it's just basically, if you want to burn some fees, burn some ETH in fees, then you just keep sending to yourself. Yeah. Oh, works. Nice.
Yeah. I just had a moment of shock as I realized it's been 10 years that I've been using Ethereum. And within that time, I haven't tried to send myself.
I mean, why would you? Why would you, right? Okay, here we go. This is being sent to you on Sepolia chair. And we can also check Jimmy's balance very quickly. And I believe that this is in. So your address should have now 0.005 ETH on Sepolia additional. I don't know how much you have there.
Exclaim. I think I had a little bit because I've been mining Sepolia ETH for some time.
Yeah, we can see that Jimmy started with 0.1 ETH and now he has 0.086 something. So the tips and the gas basically is eating from his Sepolia budget. So this works. It's done. It just works. I mean, how
easy peasy.
How crazy is it? I actually wanted to look at the code because I have no clue what he did.
Yeah, I see the 0.005. Ooh, I have 15 Sepolia. Look at me.
So, and I like his commit messages too. So we now have a register command. So he has a bunch of commands here. Register and who is, and then it passes to some handle commands. And yeah, this is not ideal, the full path here. It should probably not be hard-coded as an absolute path. But we can ask him to go through that. And we have the wallet registry, so it's going to try to read the file, whatever the spec is of that. And it's going to register wallet. It does some validation. Can get the wallet, resolve recipient if we need to. Look up wallet, yeah, and if it's an ETH, if it's an ENS, and we do some other stuff. Register, whois command, lookup wallet. Yep. And so we can also take a look at all the code. So source commands. And so how does a tip work? Yeah, he's also like, he's hard coding a bunch of stuff, which is not wallet password. Wow. Okay. Jimmy. I think he would give you your his seed phrase if you asked nicely. So he's calling RPC call. He's making RPC calls here. It's a normal RPC call, so nothing special about it. Handle tip command. So we parse it. We get recipients and amount, or recipient and amount. If the amount is bigger, he cannot do it on his own, and we have not implemented the other thing. And we call ENS address of through status RPC call, so we don't have to interact directly. I think we don't have to interact directly with the blockchain or some external services. We rely on a status, whatever status is doing, which obviously interacts with some RPC nodes. But if you can run your own node and configure it with status, then it's using that. It builds the message to sign and builds the it builds the transaction for the transfer, and we sign it with wallet sign message, pass in wallet and password. Obviously, this should be somewhere in the secrets. OpenClaw has ways to store secrets in some slightly more secretive way, as in like a separate file that it gets injected whenever you need. We didn't care about it right now, but eventually, probably. And that's basically it. And we send transaction with signature, put it all together, and send the transfer. I mean, we are not calling any smart contracts. This is just a basic ETH transfer, so that makes it really easy. If we wanted to send like SNT tokens or whatever other tokens, Jimmy tokens, we could probably, I'm pretty sure he would figure it out from the ABI of the smart contracts how to do it. ERC20 are pretty well defined things, so it should be reasonably easy. I'm gonna ask him just briefly. I have plugged in a key card shell to your USB. Do you see it? It is a hardware wallet. There is a key card CLI on repo on GitHub. Could be useful. Let's see if he finds it. He usually just does find things. If not, I'm gonna paste in the URL. Yeah, you can just find things online. Sometimes it gets scary, honestly. I think I had the link here from Gilui. I mean, I asked him to find. I told him that I have a spare computer, but it needs more RAM. And then he
So
went.
he bought you some RAM.
Like he tried to check Amazon and all these e-commerce. It's like everything is blocking me because I'm a bot. But I found this. I found this used stuff marketplace in Czech called bazos.cz, and then he found the RAM that he needed, and he was like, "Now I need a phone number because I need to send a verification code to actually get the phone number of the seller. Can you give me your phone number?" So I gave him my phone number, and I got an SMS with a code, and he tried to put it in, but something broke, and he tried like 15 times, and then he got banned from the website. But like we figured it out because then I got the actual number of the seller and gave it to him, and then he actually tried to use some free SMS service to send him an SMS with like, hey, I want the 2 of these RAMs. Please respond to this number, which was my number, and we'll deal with the pickup next week. So he actually attempted to buy the RAM, but he couldn't figure it out because of some web blocking issues. So checked out, cannot see it yet. USB only also root hubs, no reader found. This is the repo. Oops. It would be brilliant to have a hardware wallet signing on the governance. I don't know, honestly, how keycard shell works in this situation, because I have plugged in an uninitialized keycard. So I've not tried, like, can he actually initialize it from the computer? Maybe not. So it would be better to just plug in the actual reader. But as I mentioned, I can't, sadly. So I need some kind of converting device from USB-C to traditional USB. Or when he is in the new computer, we can attempt this again. Cloned repo, building it now, no USB-C. Is there a... should we build the governance in the meantime? Yeah.
Is it possible to make the text a touch bigger in your status window?
I would love to. But when I tried the appearance now here...
Oh, it's maxed. Yep.
Slightly, maybe?
Better. Yeah, it's okay.
Sadly, nothing really like makes it bigger. I'm sorry about that. The only thing I can do is potentially I can change resolution of my screen. You can try that. And maybe it's not gonna break everything completely.
All right. Hold on to your seats, folks.
Okay. Is it better? Does it work?
Your screen is gone entirely.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I expected, honestly. Okay. I'm gonna reshare.
Boom. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the stuff there. Thank you.
Everything is just tiny right now for me. Sorry, huge and tiny at the same time. I'm used to this huge real estate of my screen, and this is just okay. So governance is live. This is just so weird. How quickly it happens. How it works. Tips under 0.01 instant, no asking. Tips over creates a proposal, and signers vote to approve it or reject it. And majority needs to pass. So new command signers. So let's try signers. And we will need to add a signer. I am assuming I am an admin, so I'm the only one who can add signers. Can I make more people admins? I don't know. That's something I
admin in the group chat.
Yeah. I think not. Also, I have to mention I was trying to get Jimmy join a community, but he said that when he tries to call that API endpoint, it just hangs and never gives him anything. So apparently I am the signer here. So good. So I will report that as well and ask the status devs to fix it, because I want Jimmy to be in a community, because I'm using Venice AI, and I have some DMs staked, obviously, and that gives me some amount of AI inference per day. And so still no card reader, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, we'll need to figure it out. And so I can give him an API key for Venice AI with like $2 per day that he can spend on AI inference, and use some smaller model that doesn't waste tokens or API credits. And then I can add him to a community, and people can just freely basically talk to him using that small model, that specific API key, without me being involved. And I think that would be really cool to do. And then also, I mentioned that token that someone created, and there are some fees. I'm gonna give it to him. So if he wants to buy and stake DMs to get more, he could potentially do it, and so he gets more inference to talk to the community. I think this would be really interesting, because then an agent could have a community and just answer questions for people. The future is weird. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really weird.
We have a question from Don Malik, and you might have mentioned it, but what LLM are you running on your OpenClaw 4.6?
So I'm switching. Yeah, so this is Opus 4.6, what we are interacting here with, because it's just unbeaten from the perspective of code, for me, at least. People kept comparing Minimax M25 that just got released to Opus, but it's nowhere near. Like, it just does not compare at all. But for something, so what I have done now is that until I have the community stuff built in with the status, I'm using Twitter, and I've created a group with topics, and then I have multiple topics there to talk to the agent. And the topics which is for work, so like analyzing some code, writing some code, things like that, I would use Claude. But to not waste the tokens on the random stuff like what is for dinner, or give me an idea for XYZ, I can per topic in Telegram switch to different models. So I have a few other topics where I have switched to some Venice AI models. So he's not wasting, he's using those DMs that I wouldn't use otherwise. And then Claude is just specifically used for setting up new services on the device and coding and stuff like that. Chair, can you please go in the status chat and try to send me 0.02 ETH? So exclamation mark, tip, mention vpavlin, and 0.02, and it should ask me to approve. And then I have to reply to the message with the proposal and say approve, I think.
All right, so it's exclaim tip
Yeah.
space vpavlin. Do I tag you?
You need to mention. You need to tag me. Yeah.
Okay. Vpavlin, and it's 0.02. Do I need to specify ETH or just 0.02?
No, just this.
Here we go.
And now it should print some info about like this has been accepted. It's proposed, but it needs approval from signer. I mean, I'm assuming he has implemented it if he said he did. We can check the code. So this is now terrible, but yeah, hard-coded admin pub key, not great. You need to move it. It's a public key, so it doesn't matter. But like if anyone runs it, then it does not really help. So here it says this is proposal with this ID for some reason. It's to me from chair, and it needs one approval. So I'm just gonna copy this, paste it in, and say this. And I'm gonna also make him improve this, because this is not what we agreed on. Can you make it so that I can reply to the proposal message instead of specifying the ID? And so we have the proposal type. That's all the kind of data we can approve or reject. I think there is also a command threshold, which is for the limit. Proposal approved and executed. So there is Sepolia if coming to my wallet, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Proposal signer execution. Testing message ID tracking. Yeah, it's coming. Okay. So this is good. This is working.
Gas is higher on Sepolia than it is on mainnet.
Yeah. Okay. So we should switch to mainnet, you say?
Yeah, let's do it. I think we're ready. It's cheaper on mainnet.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course. We are not. We wouldn't be sending real money, right?
With ETH as low as it is it even real money anymore?
See, I got the 0.02 now, so I have 0.025. And now it got reloaded. So that works. And Jimmy's saying something. Approve works in 3 ways. We can approve, auto-approve if there is exactly one pending proposal, approve with ID, or reply to proposal message. So we can basically do something like this, reply to, and then we can type approve to this as a reply, and it would approve it without having to copy around the IDs, which I think is a bit safer than copying around random strings. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's all kind of what we wanted to build today. We are at the time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at the live stream script, so we have the intro, we have the balance, we have the tip,
Mm-hmm.
we have the governance. We should also consider if we allow threshold to be more than 1, which right now it's hard coded, I think, to 1, then we basically have multisig, right? Implemented in a way that you don't have to spend a dime until the transaction is actually executed, which I think is something that for Gnosis safe has been a problem if you want to do it in a decentralized manner, right? So I think they are now using Logos messaging in the harbor, where they basically send around the proposals between the signers and then eventually submit it on chain.
Mm-hmm.
But you either had to submit everything on chain directly, gas fees for everyone, authorizing or not. I mean, whoever authorized or rejected. And the second option was to use centralized service, right? So here we are basically, the centralized service for us is the agent, assuming that one person runs the agent, which is, there is always that's a centralizing point for sure. But it's an interesting for small communities. I think it's an interesting way for small communities. We can have history command and config option, yeah, which we have not done yet. Oh, and we talked. I asked him if he can initially do like an emoji, but he said there was some issue. I don't remember what it was. That it would be slightly more complicated. But basically, my proposal initially was that I would just go, here is a proposal, and I am a signer, so I'm just gonna go and do like thumbs up, and that's an approval. But also doing thumbs up versus thumbs down, if it's right next to each other on a phone, The reply is probably safer option here. But yeah, that is basically what you wanted to build. And so we have the flow is, as I mentioned, status group chat, using Logos messaging to talk between people. We have status backend running on the local Pi. We have WebSocket that does not work really well, so we have HTTP polling for new messages. Jimmy couldn't integrate this directly into the OpenClaw like the Telegram chat is. I need to look at why that is, what's missing. So he's using this command system event. So when there is a new message, he kicks off a loop basically that goes through the new messages and then acts upon them. Parsing the commands, and then we have a bunch of command handlers executing stuff. I mean, given the fact that we have not touched any code, I think we've done a lot.
We truly live in amazing times. Everyone go follow Vaclav at vpavlin. Of course, the logos_devs and logos_network accounts, respectively. We'll see how far along you have gotten. Perhaps on the next Dev Club stream we can continue. But if
So the two things I want to do, I want to try the key card for sure. So I need to figure out how to plug in the key card, probably through the reader. And then I want to start hacking more on the Logos blockchain. So we'll definitely do that as well. Did we? Did we lose me or did we lose chair? I don't know. I don't know if you see me. If you see me, then thank you very much for attending and for watching and for sticking around. I had fun. I like to talk and I like for things to randomly happen. If you don't see me, then hopefully you see Chair. And if you see Chair, then Chair is saying something like, I am. Thank you for coming. Follow everyone. Enjoy the day. He was here to prop us up. That's what he says all the time. I'm here to break stuff. And I guess we didn't break too much today, which is unexpected. Yeah, Stella, if you have any questions, I have like 4 minutes. Maybe Chair will come back, hopefully. If I see some messages in chat. So Tomasz, thanks for coming. I really appreciate you sticking around because you've been on this ride with Jimmy, with me. Actually, I needed to show someone that Jimmy can speak, and I pinged my friend Tomasz to join random Jitsi meeting, and there he talked to Jimmy, and he laughed a lot, and it was really cool to show to someone. So appreciate your time here and appreciate your time before. Thanks for the question, Don Malikan. Yeah, there are clever ways of playing around with agents. I would love to have some special chats that only go to my local Olama, but my local Olama is too weak for this. So I might eventually figure it out, buy something bigger, something more powerful to run local models that the OpenClaw agent can actually use. I think at that point you need to buy the Apple device, because for running the agent and offloading the inference somewhere to the cloud, regardless of what you want to do there, private, non-private, centralized, decentralized, doesn't really matter. Raspberry Pi is fine for running local models. Obviously, Raspberry Pi is not fine. It's not that it cannot run the models, it's that it cannot handle with the context, because the OpenClaw uses a lot of context. So I actually had to pay the max 5x account on Anthropic Claude to be able to use this in any way productively, right? When I tried to use it with Pro, I just wasted a week of credits very quickly. Definitely not in a week. So I paid the higher tier, and that works really well. but I think it's worth it. Like, if you want to use it for coding, then the Claude is like unmatched from my perspective right now. Yeah, so if you have Apple device with like, I don't know, 64 gigs of RAM, you should be fine because of the architecture of the machine, and you should be able to use it maybe for some small stuff, not super smart stuff, but it'll be fun. Yeah, Don Malikan says, I've been trying Minimax, Kimi, Opus, but haven't tried Apple device yet. Yeah, I mean, running local models will, I'm going to say, not in the near future match the cloud models, obviously. The size of the memory, speed of the GPUs, it's just not there yet. Yeah, but I'm going to keep experimenting. If I can run some tiny model with limited context for some basic stuff, just mostly just for fun, honestly. Yeah. And the interesting thing with these AI agents is that you can just ask them like, hey, at 2 a.m. every day, do X, Y, Z, and then they will just do it and then give you a report in the morning. I've actually set up like 3 different tasks. One is to go through some work stuff. One is to research how Jimmy can make his own money, given that he now has ETH. He could figure out how to make money. I don't know. I don't want that money. But if he makes enough money to get that $10,000 Apple PC, I'm gonna buy it for him, or he buys it for himself, probably. And then there is a few more tasks that I've set up overnight, and so that's kind of good because then you don't have to wait for the output; it just awaits you in the morning. So I think it's an interesting approach. And yeah, I'll keep developing these things. So next time, hopefully, we will do either the keycard or the LEZ, Locus Blockchain Multisig, and see how that goes. I also want him to fix some of the status backend issues. So the known issues in the repo, I'm gonna point him to that again and be like, go and fix it. Send a PR. They need the PR. So we'll see. Well, we can talk about that. Anyway, I'm just gonna close it here because I have no clue how a chair does these things. So I'm just gonna like leave and hope that it just ends, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. Peace. Have a good one.